for the last topic, I really don't know if I should do this one. I think this topic is a little too specific. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the topic's a little too specific. Anime voices have performed. I know in Japan, anime voices are like anime actors. Well, voice actors really. They have like dozens of schools for voice acting over there. Like they take voice acting very seriously because they take their animation very seriously. Because animation is not something that's just for kids over there. Because they're grown-ups and they're smart and they realize that that is a realistic truth. Say it. I was just going to talk about Animal Crossing, the new Animal Crossing, and what we would want to see from it, but I know that that's a very specific sort of discussion, so I don't know. Animal Crossing. See? Autumn gets it. I think I do want to talk about that, though, just about what you would like to see in it, what you would like to see removed. Because there are actually a couple of things I would like to see removed. You can't spell anime without Japanime. You can't spell anime without Japanime. There you go. So the new Animal Crossing is going to be coming out next year. I think they're saying it was 2019 was the little teaser that made us all go insane. Made me go insane. I don't know. Probably just expanded New Leaf with more online capabilities. No, I think this is going to be a brand new thing. 15 villagers max, return of beetle and sharks for easy money. Absolutely. Platypus, bat, and seal villagers. Honestly, I would like for the game to stop shaming me. I'd like more to do. This sounds weird, but I feel as though there's not enough to do in the current one. No, Suave, we are in agreement on that. You do everything to get money to pay for your house. Once you've paid for your house, it does start to feel like I don't know why I'm doing this. So I would like to see other things to get added to it. I had a Twitter post maybe a week ago, if even that, where somebody had asked that. They had asked what you thought about what should go into the new Animal Crossing, and I commented on it. Hopefully I can find it. I commented on it, a list of stuff. And I think maybe I'll just go over that. Let's see here. I can't find it. Okay. I can't find it. New fruits and flowers. Backwards compatibility with all AC games. I don't know about that. I don't know if we're going to get that. Let me put it that way. Give me an item that I can buy that lets me open my bank and my mail from my inventory. Well, you can open your mail from your inventory. You can't open your bank. I mean, you know, nowadays there are downloadable check programs in real life, so I guess you could do that there. Animal Crossing is a game I play in big bursts, and then I stop for a long time before I play in another burst. So people have their favorite villagers, even to the point of crushing on them for some reason. Why not add the ability to romance villager? I don't know about romancing villagers. I do like the idea of making it so that the villagers don't leave. I don't like that no matter what I do, Nibbles leaves. It's because he's my favorite. Well, Nibbles is my favorite villager. I don't actually know. I think it's a boy. Definitely my favorite villager of all time. And every single time I have him, he goes. And I don't like it. It usually comes down to me of playing for a good while, and then when I get every single fish in the season, I drop the game for a year or two before I pick it up again. What I want from the new Animal Crossing game is for it to transform into a new F-Zero game. Maybe it'll have F-Zero as a playable game in there. What about a new Mach Rider? Oh, Nibbles is a girl. There we go.
Your ideas are intriguing to me, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter.
Undead Sniper 948. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you very much. I absolutely appreciate that. Yeah, romancing villagers. Yeah, romancing villagers could be a bad idea. Wasn't there animal? That Animal Crossing Pocket Camp thing was stupid. Sorry, it was. Let's go to Linka. Unfortunately, I do think there is a possibility of it linking up with the new game. I like Villager, Girlfriend, Boyfriend, and they can add a fun mechanic. Yeah, Pocket Camp was that app. It was terrible. We're humans. I want a Villager harem. I'll try and remember some of the stuff that I mentioned in the Twitter post. First of all, I want a larger area. I would love a town that is at least twice as big as the one before. I know it seems like a big daunting thing, but I do like the idea of having everything feel a little more spread out. I want the grid system still. I need the grid system. Wild World removed the grid system, and I was not okay with that. I did not like Wild World pretty much. It is definitely my least favorite Animal Crossing. I'm about to leave for good. They're fictional. That's all right. Later, Undead Sniper. Thank you for the follow. Bird watching, I think, is something that should be in the game. In addition to the fishing, I like for the ability for different species in Animal Crossing. I like the fishing. I like the bug catching. I love that stuff. I do think that bird watching should be. I actually thought that bird watching should have been. They should have made a Wii U Animal Crossing, and that bird watching should have been handled that when you see a bird that you want to take a picture of, you hold up the gamepad like a camera, and then you on the screen for the gamepad you would see the bird, and you would try and catch a picture of it that way. I thought that would have been a nice little feature to use the gamepad, because they were, of course, shoving the gamepad down the throat. One of the things that I wanted was new plants, which were bushes. They did add bushes, so I was happy that they added the bushes. I like that, certain bugs and all would be on the bushes exclusively, so you had to have some of those. Nice NES case. Oh yeah, my NES case. Then the bird villa. No, you know what? I brought that up a long time ago, and somebody said no because there are bird villagers. Like, oh, well, you can't have regular birds because the birds are villagers. I'm like, okay, well, there's an octopus villager, and we have octopuses in the ocean. I know it's octopi. I just like saying octopuses. But there are little birds in the game. When you go to walk by the community board where you can post notes and stuff, there are little birds that fly away. So there does exist regular birds and bird people. Yeah, it's incredible how loved Pokemon Snap is. Imagine if they made a Pokemon Snap or the bird watching feature on the Wii U for Animal Crossing. People would have lost their minds. Regarding the camera. So what a Pokemon... I'm sorry, I missed that. So what a Pokemon Snap sequel should have been on the Wii U? Don't you think so? I'm to be honest, I'm surprised we don't have a Pokemon Snap version tied into Pokemon Go. Rather than catching them, what if you just had to go and take pictures of them? Yeah. Octopuses. I like to see something like an item shop that would let you get gifts or items to increase some skills like running. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. So I saw somebody had posted that they wish you could get jobs. I think the jobs will be fine, like working in the coffee shop, and maybe you have to like go to the coffee shop, say that you're ready to work, and then serve 3 customers for the day. I like the idea of more mini games. I would love to have mini games that I can play with my villagers, and because a lot of the time you have to interact with certain villagers. I would love to be able to walk around town and say, "Hey, would you like to play a mini game?" And then how about 3 villagers a day? The same way you have to go around and collect the rock, dig up the fossils. 3 villagers a day will ask you to play mini games. So you have to go and talk to every villager as part of your daily routine to say hello and to see if they want to play a mini game. And then they will have a random mini game for that day. So then you have to do it. I think that that's a great, because let's face it, unless somebody tells me to deliver something, I rarely talk to the villagers. And even that, and when I stop, we down. Mendez, I'm up here. My stream's working here. Yeah, I love the idea of having to go and talk to the villagers. And okay, I want to play mini games. I need to go and talk to them. And then you could have an arcade where you can play certain mini games online with other players. But if you want to play them as part of your dailies, you have to play them with other villagers. Get an NES Classic from a fortune cookie and play mini games with your friends or by yourself. Yeah, I don't know. I think that would be kind of cool. I think that would be a nice, interesting thing. One thing that I personally really, really want is to be able to hold more panels for patterns, because I used to make murals on City Folk on the Wii U. I used to make murals. I made millions of bells selling murals to people. I would go to GameFAQs.com. I would go to Animal Crossing, and I would go to the message boards, and I would advertise my services, and people would contact me, and they would give me the picture that they wanted. I would make anything from 4-panel murals to I think the biggest one we made was a Mario panel that had 18 panels. I had to use 3 characters to carry all the panel pieces to them. And you put them on the ground, and so your town has a big giant picture on the ground. I used to do that, and I have like 50 million bells on City Folk, and most of that came from mural making. God, I love that. It'd be cool if you could allow an online friend to make a house in your town. That would be kind of cool. A summer home. You should post this idea. Oh, Reform. People have posted stuff all the time. I've posted them tagging Nintendo in it. They're not going to say that they're taking those ideas. I just hunted beetles, fish, and sharks to get rich. Oh, from New Leaf, yes. I had hordes and hordes of beetles and sharks from the island, because I used to work. Since I work so early in the morning, the beetles and sharks and stuff were still there up until 7 o'clock. So I would load up my characters with all of them, and then when the store opened, I would go and make a fortune every day. Yeah, I just also my town is submerged. Oh yeah, I have a guard the park. I made a park where I really wish I could show off my New Leaf town. I need to get access to the 3DS streaming device. You guys realize that the devs for AC are in Japan. Well, I just link Nintendo. I don't really know what to say. I've fallen asleep while playing on the island getting beetles. How about a snow area and snow and ice physics? Well, in the winter, everything is covered in snow. I don't know if they'll do any kind of ice skating. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that. But in the winter, everything gets covered with snow, because then you can make the snowman. Be cool if they gave you more ways to customize your character in your town, like let the player choose from a small list of villagers you want in your town. I don't know about choosing. I like the idea of people moving around and swapping out. Villagers leave, villagers show up. I just think that you should have the option for at least 1 or 2 villagers to make sure that they stay, to do enough for them so that they'll never leave. But then you can only have it for 1 or 2 villagers, so the rest of the villagers will move in and out. I also have a problem with the fact that sometimes I build things and then villagers move in and then they remove those things. Battle Royale, Animal Crossing. Oh, God. Oh, a snow-capped mountain you can go to in the bus or the gondola. Well, that falls into another one, which is more areas to visit. I like the idea from City Folk where you had to go to somewhere else in order to get to all the shops. I think that more places to visit, because there was that and then there was the island. I like the idea of more places to visit to do different things. New Leaf helped me with the severe sickness I had in 2013. I'm eternally. Oh, New Leaf is such a great game. My New Leaf actually came from a friend of mine who he showed up for my birthday 2014 maybe. I would have to look. Maybe even earlier than that. He showed up for my birthday one day to say happy birthday, and he gave me a 3DS and New Leaf. He passed away 2 years ago, something like that. His name was Pedro, and he passed away. And so when I look at my 3DS and I look at my New Leaf, I see him and I always remember him. He was super cool, man. He was a really good person. Also, I gave the ideas for gifts to keep villagers. Yeah, there you go. Give them gifts so that they'll stay. I play mini games with them more so that they will want to stay. I like that. I think that would be a pretty cool feature to have. I don't know. I hope that it's interesting. I hope that it looks good and plays good. I mean, more plays good than looks good. Sort of legacy. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get rid of either one of those just because of that. Like they let you choose for 2 villagers, but then every other villager is complete. Yeah. Well, okay, I see what you mean. You can when you start the town try and pick somebody. Yeah, I don't need that. I just like the idea of when a villager does show up that I really like to have. I want to keep them because there are some villagers that I hated. I don't like any of the cranky, mean ones. There was one of the penguins that was really mean, and I freaking hated him. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that those were some fun things that might go into a new Animal Crossing game. I gotta be honest, this episode was all over the place, so I'm gonna have fun cutting this up. I'm thinking about what's going to happen next, and I'm like, oh my god, Jambet. At some point, these companies. My copy of Pikmin 2 is for my brother's. So at least something good came out of it. At some point, these companies need to realize that the fans have ideas that they want in game. Yeah, I think they're just worried about having to pay the idea from fans. All right, I think that's going to be it for today. Yeah, I think. Hopes for Pokemon Gen 8. Autumn, I really don't have an opinion on that just because it's been so long since I've been very hardcore into the Pokemon system. You know what I mean? I didn't play Sun and Moon. I had an interest, I just never bought them, so I never played them. I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble putting any kind of energy into buying something for the 3DS. I know that that's rotten, but that is the way it is. Cut it into first rant, second rant, and third rant. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. But that's going to be it for today. So let me thank you guys for stopping in and hanging out. We got to start a little bit later, but we obviously went a little bit later, so we're okay with that. I apologize for my soundboard not working. It seems to work, so now I just have to get a cable that actually functions, and then I will have a soundboard so we can have fun sounds like and maybe even woo. Now to end the stream, ASMR. Oh wait, oh yeah, you gotta end the stream. You gotta end the stream with a little ASMR. You gotta talk. Those, I'll be honest, I find ASMR very fascinating, but those are the things that I never really understand with ASMR. It's like snapping fingers and stuff like that. That doesn't do anything for me. Pokemon, because it can't be as bad as So yeah, I want to thank you guys for stopping in and hanging out. Next week we should hopefully have the new soundboard working and everything will be fine. Depending on what happens with these games that I'm trying to sell to the person that is probably still in chat, I will hopefully will have a new setup and all. So we'll see what happens there. Unfortunately, we did drop the stream a little bit today, but it wasn't very long. So hopefully that gets fixed. Thank you guys for stopping in. Have an amazing, amazing weekend. We will be back on Monday for more games. We'll have something new to play. And I will see you guys then. But until then, be safe, be good to yourselves, be good to other people. And all those fun little cliches. If you are, I almost forgot the calls to action, as they call them. If you're watching this right now on Twitter and you are not subscribed to, if you're not following the channel, or if you don't have me on Twitter, check the links down below and check those out. Twitter's where I post all the updates as far as what I'm going to be doing and when I'm going to be doing it. And also follow me on YouTube, just because YouTube is fun. If you are watching this on YouTube, follow the links down below to my Twitch page, where we do the show every Friday. Normally it starts at 3 p.m., but sometimes we've been starting a little bit later. And I do game streaming like 3 days a week. So, do all of that stuff and, comment down below and, all the other calls to action. But have an amazing, amazing weekend, and I will see you guys next week.